The Sable Knight, an epic, by Joshua Lawrence Marvel, read by Garret Grove. 1. The Night in the Village. Sing of the sleeping woman, and the fairy that kept her captive from the world of man. Sing and make claim for the greatest hero of his day, and proclaim, Behold the Sable Knight with the crimson robe laced in gold, with a shield of iron, and sword so cold. Thrown upon a mighty destrier, an oath of chivalry, and a scorn of fear. The very thought of danger, enticement of battle, and the thrill of adventure urged him on in youth, but now love and the search for truth. On the course road with determination, moving as though prodded with a goad, he arrived at a small village, a castle upon a hill, old and filled with age, and bestowed upon them a great curiosity that flowed from him. The children crowded around the rider and his mighty horse, and more than a few women waved and called till their voices turned hoarse. Who art thou, brave sir, whose arm is strong, but thy heart stronger? Who art thou in sable plate, in crimson robe, with a mind of sate? The stranger lifted his visor, his enclosed helm engraved with silver, and eyes that proved none wiser. When he spake, the town grew silent, their ears inclined, and their hearts beated quiet. He spake, Who am I? The one who wanders, the one who will always try. My quest hath no rest, till it finds its target, and in victory invest. I shall tell thou my tale of love and war, with my success and fail. Born gently was I, in the crib of a king, a prince who wouldn't ne'er cry, but rather wander in the wood, in search of hares and white stags, to slay them if I could. These feats I performed in the comforts of dream, though in life they were always unharmed. O my 10th year, a young dame arrived, looking rather queer. Wearing a boy's hunting cloak and trousers to match, she stood out among the visiting folk. She found me on the hunt, I declared her a boy, and she declared me a runt. Her behavior was most curious. She hummed a faint song, and moved towards the weaponry like someone furious. First did she weave crown of roses, and briars with no shame, tiara upon head, 'twas my playful name for dame. Then taking a bow while she sang, her short hair waving, she let off an arrow with a loud twang, and slew a small critter, then taunted me, asked me to do better. I took up her wager with the courtesy of a knight, then just as quickly slaughtered a badger. The petite lady with her boyish hair gave me a kiss in the tree's shady embrace. My disgust for her strange ways soon broke and crumbled as her age increased and her face changed. Her character never to quiver, always the same behavior, even when it grew cold and she shiver. Ne'er a complaint and discomfort, though it was often chilled inside the stone fort. Her beauty seemed to increase with each passing moon, and our friendship couldn't cease. Long fall walks, with the leaves drifting, and the loving talks. Alas, the world kept moving. The devil came between countries, and the warriors began introducing. I was called to lead, to command an army, follow my creed of authority. Though trials were long, I bid adieu to my sweet love, and took my leave in wake of her song. Betrothed we were to one another, our love made of iron, linked together so none could bother. 4 years was I away, our love separated, as we were led astray. Hopeful was I that we would reunite, and romance wouldn't shy away. Alas, Lucifer hath different plans, and unleashed his wrath. A wicked worm, a fay of old, rose to pillage and burn. And in his evil crusade, caught eyes with my fair love, and took her from the raid, locking her beauty in a bewitched castle, surrounded by the thickest of thistles, that none dared to wrestle. The evil fairy perched upon the highest tower is guard and searched for any brave knight who so with lance and shield might attempt to do what is right. Many he has slaughtered, the graves in his castle always full, and so challengers have faltered. Word reached me upon my victory ground, the blood glistening under the sun. My tears mixed with the brilliant red to the dame I love. Life or death, I said, and mounted my mighty steed to travel the distance, to accomplish the deed. With blackened armor and mourning, white robes soaked in my enemy's blood, till it turned crimson, I set out in the morning. And so before thee I stand, with love in my heart and revenge in my hand. For this dragon faced all its ebony eyes could see, many brave knights who were felled, but the demon hath ne'er faced me. Thou asketh my name and mission, the morning I hath. My name is Sir Aldemar, the lost prince, the wanderer. My broken soul and shattered mind, my quest to maketh whole. The love of a dame, the hate of a demon, to put me to shame.